Hello my friends, I am G Hondo and welcome back to our Let's Play of OpenTTD Season 2. This is episode 62. In episode 61, and actually in episode 60 as well, between the two of them, we've had some fantastic vehicle upgrades become available. Drastic speed increases to our boat fleet on the passenger side, and a drastic increase to our airspeed, so this is very good. Right at the end of the last episode, we were given a new mission to deliver grain to this factory here. And we took a look for nearby farms and found there was nothing even vaguely close. So we're going to have to do some serious transport. I'm a bit torn whether I'm coming down to this one or up to this one. Nope, that's a coal mine. That is not going to help us. How about the farm? There we go. Okay, so the production there is pretty terrible at this one. Let's check this guy over here. The production's also pretty terrible. This one is also pretty bad. Okay, I might actually have to hook up multiples of these at some point. This one seems to be okay on livestock, but terrible for grain. Whereas this one's fine for grain and terrible for livestock. And this one was, I think, just generally terrible in both. Yeah. Okay, so we're definitely not doing this one. But between this one and this one, I'm very, very torn. In terms of distance, it's going to be a pretty rough trip either way. I think we'll just arbitrarily take this one, not because it's really any better, but just because I think it'll be a slightly easier trip. So we will, of course, use our shiny new electric rail that we just got. That was the other one that was an upgrade in the last two episodes. I forgot to mention just a moment ago. So we'll go ahead and plunk that down and pop over here and plunk that down. And now we need to try to connect them. There's obviously a little bit of stuff in the way here. I could, of course, bridge across here, but I would still then be running through this little city here, so I think I'm probably going to end up just kind of trying to run around this lake. I think is going to be the simplest way. More or less, anyway. So I would much rather have a couple of corners than extra hills, so I don't think I got this quite far enough. There we go. Excuse me. Let's haul this guy up here a little bit. That should be far enough. And now we go back to diagonals. Maybe to about there. No, quite a ways to go yet, never mind. So we have to get past the second lake. That looks like it's far enough. Okay. And again, I can't really see, but I think I've missed. Oh no, I had it, okay. No problem. I'm gonna run past this lake. And maybe a few more squares just to make sure we're past the city. Come on. That should be there, I think. Yeah, right about there looks alright. Okay. Now we're past that, and we can just do a straight shot from here all the way back. Okay, so I slightly overshot. That's okay. That's easy enough to fix. Right, and we need a depot somewhere. That'll do. Excellent. Okay, so we will take a shiny electric SH30. Awesome. And we'll actually do both livestock and grain because this is coming from a farm and it may at some point want to give us both those missions anyway, so I might as well be ready for it now. Just in case. It makes it a little bit easier. Although given how bad the production is, I don't know if I really need 2 cars worth, but that's okay. We'll leave it for now. And that is grain to Dawnford. Actually, I'm going to say farm to. That way I know I've also picked up the livestock, just in case. Like I say, it's not relevant right now, but it might become relevant in future. So, alright, so we're going to go from there down to the farm, and then back up all the way over to here. Excellent. We'll definitely not be doing full loads for this train, because it's already going to be very busy, but I will plunk it up over here where we can watch it, because I don't trust that I haven't got a break somewhere in the line. In fact, I'd be highly surprised if I don't, given how many silly trees are in the way. Oh, hang on, we just got... Oh no, we already had that. We had the prototype for that, so that's okay. I was gonna say we have another new oil tanker, but it's the same one we just upgraded. Okay, so far this train is looking good. So that's fantastic. Although this side was the clearer side, so it's really on the other side of the depot I'm more worried about. But anyway. So we'll pop in here, get this activated. Yeah, this production is terrible. I may end up having to connect those other farms anyway. It's crazy speed. Anyway. Just ridiculous. As I was saying, I may have to hook up that other farm anyway, just because, like, otherwise this mission probably will take more than 20 years to do. But anyway, we'll go with this for right now. And that'll be great. There's so many boats here, it's almost like a continuous whistle. It's actually kind of neat. And we've also got a couple of missions that are getting close to being finished, so once... Ah, see, there's a break right there. I kind of thought there would be. It's so hard to see. There it goes. I need to keep a sharp eye on it, because there may very well be more. In fact, I think I'll keep my finger over the pause button just in case. You're just now telling me about it arriving on the other end. Okay. Thank you for that message buffer. That's so very helpful. Okay. So now I know this trip is okay. But yes, I think I really should hook up that other farm, because the production is just terrible. Where exactly was that? It was right there. Okay, so we'll do an electric. There. Now there is an opponent's rail line in the way. So I think they're going to be in the way. I shouldn't build all the way yet until I'm more sure. No, I might be able to get out and around behind them, actually. Might be alright. Still a ways to go. Somewhere around there. Okay. Yeah, looks like I'm okay. I thought I may have to cross over their line and with a bridge or something, or some kind of overpass, but it looks like it's going to be okay. There's a bit of a hill there, though, sadly. So that's less ideal, but anyway. Is that connected properly? I don't think it is. That's... I'm sorry, trees. I don't want to blow you up, but I really can't see a thing here. So as much as I don't like doing that, unfortunately, I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Yes, thank you, message buffer, for your shiny assistance there. Okay, now I know this part's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop in another depot over here. And I'm going to take the same train and just add more to it. So after it gets to here, I then want it to come down to here. And then to come into this depot here, just because by then it may very well need some maintenance. And then back to here before going back out. I think that's going to work, because neither trip are going to be very full, but if between the two of them, that should be alright. That's why I definitely don't want full loads, because otherwise it'll just stop at one end for a long time and then stop at the other end for a long time. It just won't be very good. But this way, we're functionally getting the value out of both farms, which still isn't all that much, but anyway. But we'll see what we can do. Although obviously that first trip there was nothing on it, and this trip here there'll be nothing on it because it has to activate these stations, but that's okay. It's at least decent for livestock. That's terrible for grain, but it's at least got decent livestock. So this window's not quite lined up right. Anyway. Alright, so that one's now active, so we should start seeing stuff there. It of course doesn't have any on it, but it's okay. Meanwhile, while that's rolling, our other farm here should have stuff waiting for us. There we go. Okay. So it takes a bit of doing, but this train can absolutely service both those farms without too much trouble. And eventually it'll start actually hauling enough goods to be useful. Whereas right now it's just kind of floating back and forth doing nothing because we haven't really started yet, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Alright, here it comes here. I guess that's the one good thing about the way these stations are built, that you can connect on both ends and it's totally fine, which is very nice. I do remember something I was playing many years back, I just don't remember which one it was, but you couldn't do that. You had to, your stations had to have one opening side and one closed inside. I just don't remember what game that was. Long time ago. But it was kind of annoying because you couldn't. You had to really plan way better to get around stuff like that. And it seems like such a weird restriction to me. It didn't really help the game at all, and there was no real reason for it. It doesn't even make sense. There's no reason a train can't just pass through a station. Because you couldn't even do, say for example, like a two-track station where one is for local traffic and one is just a pass-through. You had to completely bypass the station entirely. Like, it was really, really weird. Anyway. I don't even remember what the name of that one is, so it's not a game I'll ever be playing again, but well, got most of the grain. So now this one will finally be on its first, presumably profitable trip. I guess you were, oh, okay. At some point you must have already done one trip that I didn't notice. Okay, that's fine. I am okay with that. What I'm less okay with is what I just noticed. I hooked this up to the wrong one. I hooked it up to this factory because when I clicked on this, that's where the screen was, but it actually meant this one. That's less ideal. I was wondering why this wasn't updated, but now it makes a lot of sense. Okie dokie. fix this. We can fix this. Make sure we're definitely talking to the right factory this time. And let's do some fancy track manipulation here. It's always good to have these silly moments to get your day started, right? I don't even need to remove this path. I'm just going to make sure that there is a path, and then I'm just going to take this other station off the consist, and that will be fine. Right now you can get at that station when you're coming up. At least you would if there wasn't a hill there. Okay, so be it. Well then that's fine. You can actually now get at it from either direction. In fact, I think I may have overshot this one a little. Oh no, okay, that's fine. Alright, so now, I mean the route is messy and convoluted, but the train can go to either of these stations, although we only are interested in Donford East. So anywhere where there's a Donford Woods, I need to change it to Donford East. Donford Woods, we're going to change to Donford, come on, East. Thank you. There, okay. Well, let's try that. I'm just going to leave this in for now. I suppose I could delete it to save the maintenance, but I'll leave it for now because we may actually at some point get a mission for here. And at this point, we're not so desperately starving for cash that we have to worry about it that much. Okay, here it comes up here. Now watch and make sure I haven't screwed this up, but it certainly looks okay. I think some of these things are out of order. Yeah, some of these things are out of order. Okay, so we want to be going from Little Tredner and Depot to Godech East, which is the farm, then to Donford East, which was on its list, but it just skipped. It must have already been on this one here. Fine, so it's going to go to there, back through the depot, and back to East. Okay, so it's okay. It just that I had already decided it was heading on, so it ignored this junction. That's fine. That also means it won't have much room for any pickups for this trip, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. It wouldn't be able to carry all this anyway. So it's definitely not a big deal. So that's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to pick up. It would get I think about 2/3 of that if it was completely empty, but that's alright. Not a problem at all. Let's bump the speed back up and let's see if we can get this thing to arrive. And this basically means we spent the entire episode just sorting out this one train. That's kind of sad actually, but oh well. One of the other missions has finished. We won't get a chance to hook that up in this episode, but we'll at least get to see what it is. So this one here is going to be done very soon as well. Yeah, this corner into a hill is really bad. So I think it's going to be worth a quick little modification here. Mainly, flatten that out. There we go. Obviously didn't help on this trip, it's already passed it, but future trips, that should be a lot better. And looks like it's a goods mission we're going to pick up next, but we'll sort that out next episode. So I want to make sure this thing would arrive, and I do want to see this one start to actually show some progress. That would be good. It should definitely be, yeah, it's definitely a profitable, excuse me, definitely a profitable train, so. I just want to see this thing go to 0 or 1%, depending on its mood. And that's all I'm waiting on at this point. There it goes. Okay, perfect. So that makes that an excellent spot to put a cut in this episode. So until next time, folks, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.